Hey guys, welcome to another episode of German and Cummies.
German and Cummies.
Today guys, we're going to speak about interest rates, variable interest rates and fixed interest rates, which are all based on the prime interest rates.
Guys, as Josh said, we're speaking about the variable and prime interest rates. And variable, like it says, it's a variable interest rate over a 20-year period, and fixed is fixed over a 3 to 5 year period. Just to take a step back, when you sign your offer to purchase and you get your bond approved by the bank, they give you an option in terms of, are you going to take your 20-year loan out on a variable or fixed interest rate? Variable, like Josh just said, is obviously dependent on the prime interest rate. And if the Reserve Bank makes changes and there's fluctuations in the interest rate, this will affect your bond. Josh, do you want to touch on the fixed?
Yeah, no, I'll touch on the fixed, but let's just take a step back, guys, and we just want to tell you this is one of our investment properties.
Amen, brother.
It's a 2-bedroom property, open plan lounge and kitchen with 2 bathrooms, which we absolutely love. We got it for about $479. $479, yeah. So the area is good. Just wanted to touch on that, but let's get back to the fixed interest rates, guys. So once the bank gives you a quotation, they give you 2 quotations, a variable interest rate quotation and a fixed interest rate quotation. With the fixed interest rate quotation, guys, it doesn't span over 20 years. They either say it's for 3 to 5 years. If you do take a fixed interest rate over your period of your bond, by the end of the 5th year, your interest rate will reset to what's in line with the current prime rate.
Yeah.
That's basically because, guys, the banks make money off the interest rate. And if the interest rates go down, right, that means that the banks will be making less money on their side because the rate is fixed. If you understand what I'm trying to say. But with a variable interest rate, the risk is more towards the buyer, because once the prime interest rate changes, then so does your variable interest rate, and it changes within the increments of what the prime interest rate is. So if it's a 1% drop on the prime interest rate, then there's a 1% drop on the variable interest rate. It can be good or bad, guys.
Okay, guys, if I can come in there, this is a double-edged sword situation, because you could see now with COVID, the interest rate has dropped dramatically. I mean, when we took over the ownership of this apartment, the interest rate was sitting at 10.25% approximately. Prime is currently sitting at 7%, so having a variable interest rate in place is beneficial for us. But however, if you had a fixed interest rate, like Josh said, 3 to 5 years, your interest rate would have been fixed at 10.25%, and you would have lost out on this. However, we noticed that the interest rate has dropped down, prime interest rate has dropped down to 7%, but what if it goes up, guys? So is it better to fix your interest rate now, or is it better to wait and hold on to a variable interest rate? And remember, if you fix it, it's never at prime. It's always slightly higher than prime, so it's a double-edged sword. You need to choose the best mechanism that suits yourself, you know?
So maybe just to touch a bit further, let's with our experience, we got the quotations right, and the variable interest rate was looking way more lucrative than the fixed interest rate that they provided us with. So it was much lower versus what the fixed interest rate was. I think the variable that we got for the first one was 10.39, so that's 0.14% above the prime at that time. Then the fixed interest rate, I think it was at 11 point something percent. I can't remember the exact amount. So of course, being new in the property industry, guys, we thought, hey man, let's go for the cheaper one. Our bond originator did explain to us. That's why the bond originator, they will explain to you what's happening. They did explain to us that what happens with a variable interest rate and a fixed interest rate, but still the variable still looked way better.
Yeah.
So we went with the variable interest rate, guys, and fortunately and also unfortunately, okay, there are pros and cons to it. the prime interest rate dropped, and our monthly installment for our mortgage or bond reduced
Yeah.
by I think like 4% or something like that due to the prime interest rate drops, guys.
Which is a huge saving, especially if you have other expenses like your municipal rates and taxes and your body corporate fees. You can see this apartment is sitting vacant now, so currently it's a liability and it's taking money out of our pockets because we don't have tenants in it at the moment. But this sort of thing, it's also wise to choose the best interest rate for yourself, because I mean, if it was sitting at 10.25% prime and then you still had to fork out other expenses out of your pocket, this would have been, it would have hurt the pocket a bit. So guys, you need to choose the best for yourself. I highly recommend having a variable interest rate. However, in a situation like this, we know that the economy is going to eventually pick up and things are going to start happening, because I mean, the ban is slowly being lifted on COVID. People are slowly going back to work and the economy is going to obviously bounce back. So yeah.
So guys, depending on what you guys do, if you're looking at a property in terms of investment or in terms of living in it, for yourself and your family, one cannot say that variable is better than fixed or fixed is better than variable. It's really highly dependent on what your cash flow looks like in terms of what you can handle. If you can handle fluctuations in your payments, then by all means a variable interest rate would work for you. But if you cannot handle fluctuations, then I would say go for a fixed interest rate, so that you know what you're in for the next 3 to 5 years for each monthly installment. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. I know we've been a bit quiet and we've been so busy, so we try and drop a bit more content. And please, guys, stay engaged, stay in touch. We've got some awesome content coming your way. Just stay tuned and stay safe, guys.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. You can see I'm still in my work attire, working hard here. Thanks, guys. Peace out.
Well, summer all I did was rest, okay? And New Year's all I did was stretch, okay? And Valentine's Day I had sex, okay? We'll see what's about to happen next, okay?